That's awesome. How did you transition for yourself from that mindset of fear, just in general, of not being supported when you put your stuff out, to just not mattering, or maybe thinking that it wouldn't happen, or whatever your thought process switched to, I guess?
Um, so when I was in high school, like I knew a lot of people, like I was friends with a good amount of people, like a lot of people knew who I was in high school. And I guess I just remember in high school it was super hard cuz I made music, but like I was always scared to put it out. I didn't know how people were going to react to it and judge it, and that was always a fear of mine. I literally had sleepless nights like worrying, like cuz I wanted to put out music. I wanted to do it so bad, but I was so afraid of what people would say. And I guess in high school I just had like this like mentality that like I can't drop music, like nobody will ever fuck with me. And then eventually, I think it was junior year, I built up enough courage to like make my first song and like actually like post it. So I dropped this one song called 5 a.m. on SoundCloud, and I remember like the next day, bro, I got the most backlash like I've ever received. Like people were just talking shit on it, like, and it really put me down. So like from there on, I was like, fuck this. I'm never dropping music again. Like this shit is not for me. Like I'll never do it again. But what I didn't do is like I never stopped making music. So I never put out music until Love Me or Not again, but I never stopped making music from high school up until Love Me or Not. I just kept it quiet. Like I would do it in my room, keep it for myself type shit. You know what I mean? And it was really hard going from like that mindset like in high school of like nobody's gonna fuck with me. Like that's why I was always super shy and like super nervous and scared to like get my shit out, is because of that experience that I had with these high school kids. And I just remember the first time I showed my girlfriend like my music, she was like, "This is you, like this is fucking insane." And I was like, "Thank you." And she was like, "You need to make a TikTok." And I was like, "Nah, like I can't make a TikTok. Fuck that shit. Like I'm not doing it." And she was on my ass, bro, for weeks. Like, "Bae, you need to make a TikTok and put this shit out. I'm telling you, like, something's gonna come of this." And she was not wrong, bro. Like, I made the TikTok, and I remember, she helped me make a, like, my first TikTok. I remember she literally sat there and was like, "All right, let's do this together." And, like, she helped me out with it. And I woke up the next day, and, bro, it was only, like, 89 likes on the post and like a couple comments, and I just remember sitting like looking at it being like, what the fuck, like there's actually people that like genuinely like my music. And right there, after I started posting a lot and just getting like the seeing what people had to say about me, like all the nice comments and just like the likes and everything, like I had people starting to hit me up in my DMs, flooding my inbox with just like, "Bro, you are so talented. Like I listen to your song and it helps me so much." Just like shit like that is what changed my mindset, because it's like, damn, all right, people actually do fuck with my music. It was just these shitty high school kids who didn't know how to perceive it or take it. You know what I mean? Just dickhead kids. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
um, that's really where my mindset changed, was when I made the TikTok and I see that like, wow, there are actually people out here in this world that will accept me, and it's not just these fucking bullies in high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think when you're in school, I think people get worried when you start to create and separate yourself, and you're not part of like a pack so much. And then when you like get out of the school mindset, you post, and people who potentially are like also creating things see your stuff, they're a lot more supportive, and they're like looking, they're all trying to grow themselves. So they see someone else that's trying to grow themselves, and they're going to be, more positive than just trying to tear you down all the time. I mean, that is obviously out there on social media too, but I feel like there's less of it just because
Yeah, no,
if
a
you're,
hundred percent. I agree with you for sure, bro.
so how has putting out breakup music gone with having a girlfriend? How does that work
So
out? I'm just curious. Because I get in
it's
trouble if I post lyrics to a breakup song, so I'm just wondering what
yeah.
it's like to actually
No,
put.
I feel that, bro. I feel that for sure. So it's funny. As soon as my girlfriend started coming around and like I was showing her my music and shit like that, like I only make heartbreak shit, to be honest with you, just
Yeah.
because it's I feel like it's easier to to talk about and like sing about, like just put it in music. I feel like it's just easier. Like people relate to it a lot more than if you're talking about something that isn't really what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like I used to talk about shit. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I used to cap rap when I first started like making shit, and like what you come to find out is people like pick that shit up quick, and they're like, bro, you're not about that. So like
Yeah.
I might as well talk about something that's gonna be like relatable to somebody else. But when my girlfriend first started coming around, I had to tell her, like, have like a conversation and be like, so look, I know you probably think this is about somebody else, but I promise you, like, this shit is not about nobody else. Like, I'm just making this shit, like, just to be relatable for other people. You know what I mean? And she understood it quick, like, because there's so many artists that do that. The kid Laroi still makes heartbreak songs. He's got a
Right.
girlfriend. Like,
He has a girlfriend.
yeah, everybody does it, but like she was very understanding. She's the goat, honestly. She understands me and my music and everything I do the better than
That's
anybody
awesome.
else, for sure.
Yeah. No, because I know like I've always been the same way, and I was actually talking about this with a friend, and I think like what I like in music the most is like raw and like authenticity coming from an artist, and when you get that the most is the breakup. You know, the songs about relationships is usually where you get that the most. And so
Yeah.
it just so happens that I listen to like a lot of sad boy music, or like I don't know if you listen to Party Alone or any of that
No,
stuff.
yeah. Party,
And
bro. That's my manager's favorite artist, bro. It ain't even
oh
me. It's
yeah.
Party Alone. Yeah, like
But yeah, and people think it's so funny because I'll be like the happiest dude, and I'll just be listening to this like sad shit, and I'm just like, no,
yeah,
I'm fine. It's just this music gets me
yeah.
going.
No, I feel that. I've always been like that, bro. Like I've always listened to Juice World, Leroy songs, bro. My friends will all be in the car like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you listening to this shit? I'm like, bro, it's good. Like,
It's
what are you
good.
talking
It's
about,
good.
bro? Like, it's good. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
have you seen Laroi live yet? Like, I know you're like you're a pretty
Yeah.
big fan, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, bro, I had to sneak into a concert to see him, bro. So, there's this festival. It's called Firefly, and it's a big ass music festival in Delaware. It happens once every summer, and it's like a couple days. And he was like the headliner. He was like the best guy who was there, and I didn't know he was performing there, bro. And this is only like 20 minutes from my house. So I remember somebody had posted on their Snapchat story, and I saw it, and they were like, about to see Leroy in like 2 hours. And I was like, where at? Like, what the
Oh
fuck?
yeah.
Like, so I'm like, bro, this is my idol. Like, what do you mean, like 2 hours? And like, they're in Delaware at Firefly. So I remember I called my boy who was going there that night, and I was like, bro, is Leroy performing at Firefly? And he was like, yeah, bro. He was like, I'm about to see him in like 2 hours. And I'm like, bro. I'm like, how do I sneak in, bro? Just get me a way in there. Like, there's no way I don't see him in my home state. Like, who comes to Delaware, bro, to
Yeah,
perform?
yeah.
You know
That's,
what I mean? Like,
yeah.
there's no way I'm not seeing this shit. So I was determined. I told my mom, I'm like, listen, I'm like, I know I didn't pay. I'm like, you are gonna have to let this slide. Like, you have got to let me go here and just try something. And it took a lot of convincing, but I got her to like hop on board with it. And so I called my boy, and he was like, bro, I don't know how you can get in, but I can try and like slip you my wristband for you and your chick to see if you can like possibly get through the gates. So I came up to the gates, and we finally got there. I'm nervous as shit because I feel like I'm about to get caught, and like I also want to see Leroy. And he slips me his wristband to get in. So my girlfriend goes first. She takes the wristband, gets in, no problem. Like the security wasn't even checking, bro. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest. Like
yeah.
they're
You're
just
like, oh,
there to
I'm
get
good
paid.
now.
Yeah. So she gets in, and then I'm like, if she got in, bro, and I didn't get in, like I am fucking hot. So she slips me the wristband. I get in. Boom. Everything's straight. We get in there. We start jogging, bro. Like, once we're in, like, we're like, fuck this. We got to get out of here, like, now. So we're deep into Firefly at this point, the festival, and we start freaking out. We're like, let's fucking go. We're seeing Leroy. Like, it's insane. And then we watched, like, a couple artists before he went on. They were super valid. I forget who it was. Probably just some local artists, but they were good. And then we actually missed the first like half of Leroy's concert because there's three stages going on at once. So we were at the wrong stage thinking it was him, and then we had to
Oh,
like literally dip like halfway through it to go to like to the next stage. And we missed like half of it, but still like just running up and seeing Leroy. He was performing not sober, if I'm correct. And you could hear it blasting through the speakers and just see him on the TV going crazy. And I was just freaking the fuck out. It was the best concert I've ever been to. He's so good performing, bro. Like
yeah.
it's actually insane.
Yeah,
But
actually,
yeah.
when I was in Delaware, I saw him in DC. I went out to DC to see him. It was
Oh,
like
really?
last summer. Yeah.
That's what's up. How was he when you went and seen him?
He was good actually. He Eric DOA opened for him, and I didn't actually like know him that well before that. And then I was like, oh, I wish I would have known this guy better. But Laroi was great. It was like his birthday night, so
Oh, he was lit. I
he
know
was
he was
partying
lit.
hard.
Yeah, for sure. Bro, do you fuck with Eric DOA?
Yeah, now I do. Yeah, I didn't honestly when I saw him open, I knew the one song from Euphoria, and that was it. And
Yeah.
then, but now I think he's awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah,
sad that I
bro.
didn't know him better then.
He's a fire artist for sure. I've only heard a couple songs from him, but everyone that like I've been played, I'm like, damn, like bro's actually elite for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that was before I really listened to any like hyperpop stuff or anything, and then I kind of got onto